I think the main thing is just go with your gut. You know, your instincts are everything. If you feel passionate about something, I wouldn't go around asking a million people about it. I would just jump right into it because obviously you're the one who's done all the research
Yep.
and anything that you're passionate about, you're going to make sure that you don't fail at it. So, stay the course.
That Entrepreneur Show, we are back and we're excited talking football behind the scenes. Two New York guys, him for the Giants, me for the Jets. But for today, on That Entrepreneur Show, we're bringing back Chris, celebrating some real estate awards. He came on the show originally. We were talking about his nightlife success, some of his work, I think, into real estate. Now his goals have come into fruition. He's manifested pretty much this award happening. I know him. He's a motivated guy. Chris, congrats on the award and recognition, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be back.
Let's start off right with this award before we get anything else talked about. I want to show you some love there. Let's talk about the award you just received.
I appreciate it. So yeah, Courtney Silver with South Tampa Magazine said I just won Best of the City, a real estate agent. So I'm pretty excited about that. And on top of that, I don't know if we spoke since then, but Real Producers, it's a Tampa Bay magazine, top 500. We just did a photo shoot, so we're going to see if I'm going to get the cover for that as well.
That would be big time. Well, congrats again. What do you specialize in real estate?
A lot of people ask me this question. It's as a real estate agent, I'd like to consider myself pretty diverse. I don't want to kind of pigeonhole myself into one sector, but I mean, I've kind of dipped my hands into everything, whether it's real estate development, gathering the land, putting developer and builder together, building multifamily or custom modern homes. Obviously, I'm sure you've seen some of the stuff that I've done out at the beaches with the vacation rentals and short-term rentals for my clients. A lot of my clients have been very successful in the Airbnb realm. And then University of Tampa is our alma mater, and it's right around the corner. So I've been doing a lot of UT rentals because student housing is pretty scarce. It is every year, and I hear it's just getting worse and worse. So there's a lot of upside in that. I'm dabbling in commercial, but I mean, if you're a first-time home buyer or if you're looking to sell a house, condo, townhome, I'm your guy.
What do you think the hardest part or the more challenging areas were for you to get established in real estate market? Of course, it's saturated, a lot of agents out there. You found a way to separate yourself.
Well, I think before I had the lofty goals of fulfilling my friends and family and relatives' real estate dreams, I had to sell other people who could potentially have been strangers and just leads who were giving me the opportunity. And then once my loved ones felt comfortable working with me after seeing, hey, other people are obviously entrusting him, let's do it too. It took a couple of years, you know what I mean? Going from being the Van Wilder with Legacy Production Group to jumping into real estate. Like 4 years ago, when we jumped on this podcast, it was just COVID. So things had rapidly changed with my real estate career. I went on to doing almost 30 million in real estate sales, though 2 years later, you know what I mean? So and now we only focus on one party with legacy. So real estate is pretty predominantly my profession now.
What made you want to go into real estate opposed to doing a lot of other things?
I had a mentor and a broker. It was actually my first landlord coming out of college.
Really?
And yeah, oh yeah. And we became good friends. And he's like, man, he's like, you got to get your real estate license. It was Kevin Byrne. It's my
Okay.
broker at Impact Realty. I love the guy. It took me a couple of years, and then finally I got my license. He taught me from literally square one. So he had me doing a lot of his rentals, and then I was just shadowing every single day and just learning from one of the greatest in Tampa.
It's definitely exciting. This is more of a during the day profession opposed to your past where you were the king of the nightlife, right, at UT, having all these things. What is your involvement still with that business that you created how long ago?
2006 was when I started Fresh Entertainment,
Wow.
and Legacy was, I don't know, 2010. So right now we're currently doing the marketing for all the Vegas style pool parties at the Hard Rock.
Okay.
We just had Subtronics, Tiesto, Culture, John Summit. Yeah, we've had a lot of good ones as of late. So that's been the main focus. Like you said, I used to be the king of the night realm, but now I like being more involved in the daytime, getting up, going to the gym early and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm good with just doing, the once a month parties. Takes a lot out of you. It makes it more exciting. It's more fun when it's only once in a while.
I'm with you, man. Nightlife's disappeared as, work and entrepreneurship, going home to New York. That will be my break. But John Summit, I'm way behind in all the since when we were doing it big during our
Yep, yep.
years, but we did a rerun to Miami this March, the old Stomping Crew, and saw John Summit at Live, which was pretty cool.
Nice, nice. Yeah, his energy is unreal.
It was crazy. I was talking to the people like when we were there, Calvin Harris was getting really big in the beginning. Now he's freaking superstar, but work hard, play hard. That's something I know this guy stands for. What is something you do to help manage your time management when you're balancing this each week?
As far as, I mean, everything, I know my whole life is a schedule. Back in the day, I was an Army RTC and I was very regimented from the military.
Right.
I kind of get away from that just because of the nightlife. During the daytime, I didn't have to do as many things. But now with real estate, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say it's a 9 to 5 because, I have people call me at 6 in the morning for real estate stuff and I have people call me at midnight, to
Yeah.
close deals. But during the daytime, you can get a lot of damage done. So I like to manage my time a little bit more effectively. So literally everything is going on my calendar. Obviously we've been bouncing back and forth to get together, and my apologies again on that. It's been crazy. But yeah, no, I think routine and schedule is huge because time is money and we don't have this infinite hourglass. It's constantly running out. So
Feels like less time in the day as we get older, the more stuff we do, it's harder to fit it all in. But yeah, I'm live and die by the calendar as well, so I get it. It's no big deal. If it's not on there, chances are I'll forget about it. Big whiteboard guy as well.
okay.
As we move into now, when this will be aired right there, right around election time, as a buyer or a seller, whatever advice you want to give out there, I know you have some good offerings to share with people.
There's very rare opportunities for buyers to get a deal and to also to get a good interest rate. So right, you can never time the market perfectly, and I can jump back into that, in a situation that how I got my primary residence. But right now, you can get a discount on properties because there is a little bit of fear in the market. But I'm telling you, me personally, I'm not taking my foot off the gas. I'm in the process of purchasing a triplex near Armature Works and
Okay.
then in Largo, right by Indian Rocks Beach in Clearwater, right on
Nice.
West Drive. I'm building a modern townhome with rooftop deck and for short-term rental capabilities. But
Nice.
yeah, I don't think people should be taking their foot off the gas as far as buying because you have the opportunity to get a discount and then also interest rates are coming down. So you could time it perfectly to not have to worry about a refi in the future and also get a nice discount on a property. As far as sellers are concerned, I have quite a few listings right now, and some are flying off the market. Some of my clients are not in a rush, and obviously I respect any of their wishes. Anybody who lets me dictate the price on the property, we're usually flying off the shelf week one. If somebody wants to get the best bang for their buck, I think price your home at value on the market or maybe a little bit less. And, like I did with one of my agents who works underneath me, Stephen Maggio, his client ended up getting multiple offers and $100,000 over asking. So those opportunities are still out there. You just need a savvy real estate agent to guide you.
That's the truth. When you're doing something, you might as well find the best to do it. I've learned that. I'm a career learner. I love to do. I even have my real estate license. It just collects dust at this point. All my things, I'm better served in other areas like podcasting and writing. As this business continues to thrive here, what's next in the real estate game? Are you gonna have your own brokerage? I know you're an ambitious guy, or what's the future looking like for you in real estate?
Obviously, I'm incredibly loyal to Kevin and Impact Realty. So, I mean, if there's potential down the road, I'd be interested in purchasing the brokerage. Kevin and I have had conversations about that. As of right now, I've just been focusing a lot on real estate development. We have a bunch of projects going in the ground right now, all custom modern homes. I've been selling. We're getting ready to drop one right on Linwood and Euclid right now in Bayshore Beautiful. So it's going to be a beautiful, modern, super artistic with the finishes. So I'm excited with that because I just started dabbling in the design realm. So my developers have been letting me pick out all the finishes. So I've been trying to get a little swanky with it.
I love it. Well, keep grinding out there. Do you see yourself ever returning back to the nightlife in a bigger capacity?
People have asked me that question. My good friends Justin Savage and Dor, they own One of Us, and they've been talking about partnering, and my heart hasn't been in it. But eventually, again, the legacy that I created, i.e., Legacy Production Group, I would definitely do a big bang or retirement party, a nice little send off. So
Yeah, you should do some kind of periodic legacy, just blast return party. I'm sure tickets would certainly sell out. But it is football season, so let's dive into this for a few minutes, Chris. We were chopping it up behind the scenes. He's a Giants fan. Realistic expectations, what are you hoping for?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'd like to break even, but I think we're
Break
probably
even.
yeah, I think we're gonna have a losing season. I think the Giants are going in the right direction. I like the players, our core players that we have right now. To be honest, I'm starting to be more and more of a Bucks fan. I have season tickets there, and I love Baker Mayfield, bro. The energy that he brings, Mike Evans,
Exactly.
future Hall of Famer, and dude, just the energy at the stadium has been awesome.
I was hoping that Evans wasn't going to resign out here and just go up to New York, play with Rodgers for a year.
There was rumors of it, and I thought it was gonna happen.
There's some more rumors with Devontae Adams. I mean, the Jets, our best seasons are off season. It always has been, always will be. We have to just hope that sometime we pull it together. But before we let Chris go, I'm going to ask you for one lesson learned that's happened sometime since we last spoke, something that shaped you in business we can pay forward to our audience, and then we'll get your contact info for everyone.
Thank you, sir. The main thing is just go with your gut. Your instincts are everything. If you feel passionate about something, I wouldn't go around asking a million people about it. I would just jump right into it because obviously you're the one who's done all the research
Yep.
and anything that you're passionate about, you're going to make sure that you don't fail at it. So, stay the course.
That's the truth. And we kind of alluded to this before with the nightlife industry. You really weren't all in. And something I've learned and I recognized too late. You've got to have your passion, your desire, and then your ability to perform the job well. If you don't have those three things, it won't turn out the way you want. I was the participant of that. Now here we are interviewing great guys like Chris, keeping it going. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come back on the show. Everyone, if you missed his first show, no worries. Scroll down in the episode description. You could check it out there and then compare then and now. Reach out to him. Let him know what you think. Chris, where can we find you online?
You can check me out at Mr. South Tampa on Instagram for all my real estate activities, at Legacy Tampa for any of the Hard Rock pool parties. And then if you want to see any of my trips or any of my culinary specialties, just check me out or my personal life at Chris Legacy 813.
Be sure to go say what's up to him, everyone, especially here in our Tampa Bay area. And the show is at That Entrepreneur Show on all podcast platforms. Check us out on social media too. Subscribe to us there on both. And I am at Vincent A. Lancy on all social and YouTube. The show is brought to you by Coming Alive Podcast Production. Head to comingalivepodcastproduction.com to learn more on how to get started today. And with that, we are signing off, both of us in the Tampa area. Chris, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.